There we go. Hello,
Hmm.
everyone. Hey, Dad.
Hey, babe, how you?
I am doing well. How you doing
Well, I'm doing good. Glad to be back with you on this live broadcast here.
on this live broadcast? We are back, you guys, with the What Would My Daddy Say show. We have an interesting
Yes.
conversation going on today with my
Hmm.
daddy. Uh, well, you know, I've been starting off the shows with the question, and today's question is that let me see what it is. What every woman wants to ask a man. What do
Mm.
you think every woman wants to ask a man, huh? What do you think?
Is that a
Huh?
question? Is that my question?
Yes. What do you think every woman wants to ask a man?
You got a woman? Are you
Is it,
single? Are you single? Are you
is that
married? Are you married? Are you single? Do you got a woman? Uh, do you got a job?
hey, somebody say, hey, Big Frank.
Yeah.
Yay,
Hey,
good afternoon. We're back, Big Frank.
who says that?
Uh-huh.
Hey, y'all. Glad to be
Uh-huh.
back.
So what do you think every woman wants to ask a man, Dad? Are they
Honestly, babe,
single?
I think the question is probably is gonna be like, are you single? Probably be the first. You single? You got a woman? And
Uh-huh.
do you have a job?
Uh-huh.
Stuff like that, or you got children?
Got children. Mm-hmm. That's the
You a
type of
woman?
questions they
You
should
a
be
woman? So you a woman? So what's your first question to a guy normally?
I think I'm asking a little bit more deep. I'm thinking I'm asking a little bit more deeper questions that, like, um, how you feeling? You know,
No, no, no.
I do know. Oh, that was Dale. Dad. Dale said, "Yay, yay." I'm asking a little bit more. Um, how you feeling? How was your day? Things like that. Some a little bit more. I don't. I guess
You didn't ask. You
I.
asked for a woman, though. You didn't ask for my
What
wife
do
or my
you think?
girlfriend.
Okay, but what do you think everyone wants to know? But before we go into this conversation, that because I do got some good questions for you. And hey, you
Okay.
guys, listen. If y'all got some questions for my daddy, y'all ask. But before we go into this conversation, just so you guys can get alerts, make sure y'all subscribe to the Shaping Solutions YouTube channel at I Am Shaping Solutions. Make sure y'all join that relationship challenge that I'm doing. Go to sheetalittle.com/relationship challenge, right? Make sure you
That's right.
join my Elevate in Life group with Sheila Little. That's going to be at Sheila Little at Elevate in Life. I got to make that one. And comment, like, and share. Okay? Comment, like,
Please,
and
please,
share.
please,
Okay?
please.
Because we want this to be an engaging conversation. And you're at the What Would My Daddy Say show. This is my dad, Big Frank.
Hey,
Okay? I
hey,
met my
y'all.
daddy, and I'd say at 19, he disagrees with me. And I think that it's just a powerful relationship. And I wanted to offer him to my friends and, my audience so that we can, I think he offers really good advice. What you think, Dad?
I think I did. So far, we've done real well. Thank you. We got a lot of
Yeah,
good feedback, and I think we've done
yeah,
really well. So
yeah.
we
This
are
is our
here. We're
second
open.
season.
We're open. We're open for whatever, and let them know that we are opinionated. That's all we have is opinions. So
Yeah, yeah, this is our second season. So we got a lot of good feedback from our first season. And I just want to share you with the audience. Okay. Okay.
thank you, sweetie. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So the first question, Dad. All right.
Hmm.
First question is What do you think makes a successful relationship? Okay, so wait, let me see where this one come from. So this is a question because I did a poll and
Okay.
it's Valentine's month. So we're in the month of love, right?
That's
And a
right.
lot of women want to know, what do you think make a successful relationship? So what do you think, Daddy, makes a successful relationship?
Okay, I would think first and foremost, friendship. You know, you got to be friends first, and then communications. Those are things that are important. You want to have a friendship first and foremost. I think if you got a friendship, your relationship probably gonna be good because you were friends first, and you respect one another, uh, and then of course, having a line of communication, being able to communicate with one another. That's important to me.
Mm-hmm. So friendship,
Hmm.
a line of communication, and what else?
And I mean, if you got a friendship, you're more than likely gonna know one another. So, but I think those two, if you do those two, that's a good start, though, babe.
Okay. All right. So I got a couple of questions from you for the audience. So Miss Tasha said that it may sound immature, but she would ask a man, "Do you have a job?" I agree. Do you got a
Okay,
job?
well, we didn't put that. That was one of our first.
That was a question. Yeah,
You
I
must have didn't
agree.
get. Yeah.
Miss Shamise had a question though. She said, "Big Frank, do you have past traumas that may affect the way you?" Hey, let me ask it from over here. Do you have past traumas that affect the way you deal with each other? Do
About
you think that
relationship.
past traumas affect the way you deal with each other? Hypothetically, if we were in the beginning stages of a relationship, so basically, do you think that past traumas affect the way you deal with each other in relationships? That
Well, who asked that question? She,
Miss Shamise,
Miss Shamise. That
Shanice.
would be. That should never come into it, but a lot of us use that, Shamise. But that never should be. I should never bring my past into my new relationship because, see, I think that's where a lot of relationships are messed up at because we bring past experiences into especially when it didn't go well. We don't trust one another because you trusted him and he didn't do right. You trusted her and she didn't do right. So I think no, you shouldn't bring that into. Excuse me. I don't think you should
But how
bring.
often though that does that happen? I mean, I know hypothetically, no, we shouldn't bring that in, but how often are we dealing, if I'm just dating somebody, how often am I actually dating the person that I'm actually with versus I've been hurt in the past and I'm really not dating you, sir, that I'm currently with. I'm actually preventing myself from dating the person that hurt me in the past.
Yeah.
How often is
Yes.
that actually happening?
Well, it happens often because that's that red flag, that red flag that we talked about. That's that being careful thing that we bring with us because I think the first thing we do is we bring in the past. Oh well, the last guy or the last girl had, it was this or it was that. But see, don't judge me on your past guy. Don't judge me on what happened in your past relationship. Get to know me for me, and then we'll
Mm-hmm.
be, that's where we should be. But it's so many of us don't come in like that. It's so many of us come in judging the person on their past relationships, and that's a no.
Yeah, it's a no no. But how do we get there, Dad? So how do I, as a woman who's been hurt so many times by men, who's been lied to,
Mhm.
who's been cheated on, or you as a man who fell hard for a woman as a young person, how do you get to the point where, you meet another person and you're ready to open up and you leave that in the past? How do you get to that point where you can do that?
Well, if if you over just hypothetically speaking, say you're coming out of a marriage and you're divorced now, that should be done. You should leave that where it's at. Go to leave that past behind you, and you trying to start a new life. The past is done. That's over with. So it works the same way with a whether it's a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is. Though we should leave that behind us. We should never bring. See, baggage is always a problem, babe. That's anytime you bring baggage into it, it's going to be a problem. Now, there are things that you can't help but to bring your children, your family. You're going to bring that automatically, but the problems that you and your past
I'm listening.
mate had, that should never enter into our new endeavors.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I think that I was listening because I was typing too. Um, I think that it's difficult to do that because we are triggered, right? We are triggered and we are scared and we're trying to protect our hearts and protect our
Of
minds. And
course,
we
of course,
we
of
do
course.
an unfair justice to our new relationships by, protecting ourselves, from getting hurt again. And I feel like we just run right back into the thing that we're running from because,
Hmm. Hmm.
we're trying to stop that from happening, but we end up going right back into it again. You know what I mean?
Right,
And I think that it is it is challenging to try to do that. And this is why I wanted to invite you on because we have these conversations all the time, on the
right.
phone
That's right. That's
about
right.
how challenging it is to when when I'm dating or when you're meeting people or you know, just in life in general, you meet somebody and you are triggered and you have to set that to the side and give that person a fair chance to
That's right.
make their
That's right.
own mistakes,
That's right. That's
have
right.
their own space to grow and develop in your own uniqueness in your relationships. Miss Shanice said
Exactly. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. So
Mhm.
tell me, have you ever done that, Dad? Have you ever not given a person I'm asking them this, y'all, intentionally. Have you ever done that? Have you ever not given a
Well,
person
I've,
their
I've I've
their
been
fair?
guilty of that. I've judged somebody on the past before, and I found that it didn't work. Every time I did it, it was a no, because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't judge you on what somebody else did or what somebody else said or how somebody else was. I shouldn't judge you on that. So
Yeah.
that's why it's a no. Anytime you bring the past into your new endeavors, you're gonna have
Mm-hmm.
problems.
You're gonna have problems. Yeah, yeah. And you don't want to be done like that neither.
And you don't
It,
want to be done like that. That's exactly
yeah.
right, babe. And
You don't
if
want to
you're
be done
doing
like that.
that, well, man, you have a thing of you know, honest and open is the best policy to start any relationship. Being honest and open with one another. Look, I'm a man. I ain't gay. I ain't this. I ain't. I'm 100% man, and I want to be upfront with you in all ways, shape, and form. And that way, we believe that when we deceive one another, we already in trouble. That's me and your favorite line is deceiving people.
Because if I lied to you, I'm already lied twice. Because I lied to myself
Already,
first.
already. So let's
Yeah,
not. That's
yeah.
what that's our biggest problem is listen, if you want me for who I am, then here I am. I'm going to give you what I got. Now, if you don't want that, then we're not going to go nowhere anyway. But don't, because I'm going to come real. I'm going to be open and upfront and listen. I've been married 5 times. I got 15 kids, and that's. But so if you can deal with that, okay. I mean, that ain't what
Yeah.
I got, but that's an
But
example.
listen, so that brings me to my next question, Dad.
Okay.
So, what do you think are the most important aspects of communication in a relationship? What are the most important aspects in communication in relationships? What are the most important aspects? So you just
Uh,
talked about one,
honesty,
honesty.
honesty,
Mm-hmm.
honesty, communications. Um, um, Listen, honesty is the best policy in anything you do. If you honest and upfront with one another, be open and upfront to just give a person what you got. Look, this is me. This is who I am. I mean, you want it, you got it. You don't, you don't. I just believe honesty is the key to the whole thing.
Yeah. But you know, it's so scary being honest.
Yeah, yeah, I know what it is because you think that's gonna run that person. That's why you have to be honest. Because if you honest,
Mm-hmm.
listen, when I meet you, when I met you, I'm like, hey, how you doing? Da. We small talk. We got to know one another. I liked it who you were. So if you was up front with me, I liked it who you whatever we was saying, I liked it. That's what attracted me to you. So if you're
Yeah.
honest with me, it's gonna go somewhere. It's gonna go somewhere off of that though.
Yeah. But so many people aren't taught to be honest, right? We're taught to, as
Deceive,
women,
deceive,
to,
deceive.
yeah,
We are,
and as
yeah.
men, right? Like
Men, well,
we're taught to,
men are especially good at deceiving. We are really, and guys probably think I harp on us a lot, but we are creatures of habit, and that's a bad habit that we have. But in my experiences over these that many years, coming up on 72 any day now. So, and in my experiences, I found that deceiving is not a good thing. When you deceive people, you get yourself in trouble because you have to keep deceiving to try to be who you say you are. And if you ain't that, you're gonna have to keep deceiving somebody, and that's not a good fit.
right. Well, Toto Latoya said nobody's perfect. Understanding that helps accept imperfections, like accept people's imperfections. All right. Shamice came back and said knowing how to listen and actually hear a person, right?
Hmm.
Knowing how to
Hmm.
listen and actually hearing a person is powerful. And then Uncle Jimmy came on and he said, what did he say? Communication is simple, right?
Simple,
And then
simple.
K1
Just
spoke. Good evening, people. Hey, K1.
hey, Kay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm with you. I think that we're taught at a young age to shape and mold ourselves to be liked, and we're told what it is that's liked and what it is that's not liked, which makes it hard then for sometimes us to be just honest with who we are.
Right.
You know,
So if
what you
you
think?
so me and you talk every single day, and our biggest pet peeve is do not deceive people. Be who you are. Be honest. Be open. Be upfront. And if you
Mm-hmm.
are that, then a person take you for who you are. Then if you accept me for who I am, and I've been honest and upfront with you, how can we go wrong though? You've been the same with me. You've been open and honest with me. Let's build on that though. Let's not try to, because if I'm deceiving you, eventually it's gonna catch up. And then that's when the trouble starts because I've been deceptive about whether it's a past marriage, am I still married, and or I don't have a job, whatever it might be though. My credit score is 300, whatever it is though. If I'm deceiving you, it's gonna show up.
Yeah, yeah. Eventually, right? Eventually, it's gonna
Eventually,
come
it's
out.
gonna, yes, yes, yes.
But do most people that they're hopefully that's gonna come out by the time I get you. By the time I get you, hopefully I'm in the concrete has you know hardened
Yeah,
enough
that's
that
hard. That's giving
I
you a
done got
chance to, yeah, yeah, yeah,
I done got
yeah.
you enough, you know, before we find that stuff out, and now you can't leave me because we in this together.
Okay. So now, what did we just say though? Being honest up front. Because listen, I don't care if you is in deep and you done deceive me. You got another wife over there already. You got a girl. You living with another woman or another man. So, am I gonna stay there and continue? No, we finna look. Look, I like you, but hell, I mean, I'm gone.
But I think you bring up a point. Why do people stay?
Yeah.
After they find out about the lies, after they
That's
find out that you have
right. That's
deceived
right.
them, after you
Exactly.
find out
Exactly.
all of this
Right.
stuff,
Right.
why do people stay?
Well, you say Toto said, be a good listener, or be accept the
Toto
person
saying
for who they are.
perfectionist.
Well, she said accept the person for who they are. So listen. So you want me to be a deceiver? You want me to be somebody that's not honest and upfront with you, and then you
My
find
husband's
out
not in or
6 months or a
his
year down the road, now I've been deceiving you all this time. That's a bad mix.
Is that my end or his end?
So be honest, come real. Let me know what's going on up front. Look, I just came out of a divorce. I'm not trying to get into I want a friend, but I don't want to be in a committed relationship, whatever it might be. Though, just be honest with a person. Let them know what your, and then if something come of it, if it grow into something more, then we know. But if I told you going in that I just came out of a abusive situation, or a bad marriage, or whatever it might have been, though, and I was upfront with you coming in, and you went for it, then. But if I didn't come real with you and you find that out, it ain't gonna last no way. I don't think. I mean, because I know I wouldn't be there if I've been deceived like that. I wouldn't want to be a part of that.
You out of there? You say you out of
Yeah,
there?
I'm out. I'll see you.
So Bird came on, Derek came on. He said, understanding that you disagree don't mean it's an argument. So he's talking about arguing.
We're not
Okay,
talking
you
about
got a couple of
arguing.
well, he said understanding. I'll come back to his comment later.
Okay.
And then
Let me
so
tell
Shami
Derek
said,
this
so
though.
what?
Tell him we
I don't think
listen,
he was
listen,
talking about. I don't think
listen
he
to
was
the
talking about
question.
arguing
Get the
that.
question. Understand what she asked though, D.
No, I don't think he was talking about arguing. He said understanding that because you disagree don't mean it's an argument. That could be you're learning each other and
That's
can
right. Right.
be
Right.
fair and
Right.
listen.
Right.
And then Shami said, why? So why is it hard for some men to open up and let someone close to them?
You
Why
asking
is it
why?
hard? Why is it hard for some men to open up and let someone close to them?
Listen, every man ain't proud of their past though. Everybody and listen, they women asking questions, but listen, that works both ways. Everybody ain't don't want to share their past. But listen, if you being honest, if you're trying to build something with somebody, don't you think you should be honest with them though? If you're trying to listen, I mean, being friends is different than being in a committed relationship. Is what you were talking about, a committed relationship. When you in a committed relationship, you should be open and honest and upfront with a person, because you are in a committed relationship and you want it to go places. You don't want it to be, I don't want to date you for 6 months in a committed relationship and then find out that you've been lying to me all this time. Let's not even go there. Just tell me up front and let me make a decision if I want to continue with that. Or, listen, we could be friends, but we can't be no more than friends.
Yeah. But why is it hard for men to open up? Why is it hard for men to open up in
Well,
general? Is it
okay, because
layers to men? Is it hard, difficult for men to be emotional? Is that something men are not taught to do? Why is it difficult, for men to just open up?
well, you said, so listen, I said, listen, I come in with a lot of baggage. I'm an ex-con, or I don't have a job. I got baby mama drama, 5 different baby mamas. I got all kinds of stuff. So of course I don't want to open up right there and tell you, listen, I got a lot of baggage coming into this thing. So that's what hold a lot of us back to keep us from opening up. I mean, a lot of us bring a lot of junk into the relationship, and we afraid that if we like somebody, we'll run them off by being honest. And like I said, the best way to do it though is to be honest, because more than likely you're gonna find out eventually anyway. If you got
But what
baby
if you?
mama
But what if
drama,
you don't? What if you don't have 5 kids, or you an ex-con?
well,
What if
well,
you?
I said,
What if
I
you
said,
just don't have the time? What if you don't? What if you just not ready to commit? Why a man just can't? Why is it difficult for a man to be honest and say, "Hey, I'm just not ready to for a committed relationship"? Why is it difficult for a man to say, "Hey, I'm just want to have a good time tonight"? Why is it difficult for a man to just communicate boundaries that he just want to experience? Hey, I'm
out
just a
for fun. I want to have
professional,
some
or
fun. I
hey,
want to have some fun.
I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
living a single life right now. You know what I mean? I
Well,
just want to have fun. Like, it don't have to be because I'm an ex-con, or because or I'm just unemotional. I'm just not emotionally available. Like, I do know that there are some men who have had, or who have experienced some trauma in their life or
right.
whatever. And I'm not a man, so I can't speak from that, which is why I bring you on. And I know that men have been through things that, and to
Yeah,
all my men on here, that have been through things that women don't know about, that only you guys suffer in silence about, and probably
that,
still have yet to know how to talk about those things.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
But when it comes to engaging a woman who is, you know, communicative, and want to talk and want to share, why is it just difficult to even communicate where you're at?
Well, when you ask that question, though, babe, I still gotta go to that's all men are not that. All men are not afraid to open up. Like I said, if I like you, I want to give you
Mm-hmm.
the best that I got, and that's honesty. I want to be as honest with you. Now, like I said, some of us come with baggage. You say, why? Okay, why? If you want, but if I'm not interested in a relationship, that's what I said that already. We could just say, look, I'm out here having fun. I ain't look. I don't want no committed relationship. Hey, I'm freelancing. I just want to enjoy it. I'm free now. I just came out of a bad breakup, and I don't wanna. You know what I mean? Just be honest, and some of us are afraid to do it because we just might want that one night stand, and I want you to be in it, so I'm not gonna open up to you tonight. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So Shamice came
unfortunately,
back and said
unfortunately,
some men just won't.
huh?
Unfortunately, what?
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately, what?
all of us ain't bold enough to say, hey, this is it. You want it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. I mean, some men are just like, I tell you all the time, a lot of men are intimidated by powerful women, for instance, women that are about their business. A lot of men are intimidated by that, so they're afraid to be honest. Look, I like you and I think you all that, but look, all I want to do is have me some fun. So now, if you in, we in. If you ain't, you ain't.
I can't hear you. What you say there?
All men, all men are not honest because they are intimidated by powerful women. They're afraid to open up to a powerful woman because they want what they see tonight, but then they're afraid to address it like, hey, you want to have some fun tonight, let's go. But they are intimidated because they know you are a powerful woman, so you are not more than likely. So they'll deceive you, babe. They'll tell you a little old lie tonight, but then tomorrow, when he done left you laying there and he done got up and slipped out on you the next morning, now you mad because you fell for the okie doke.
Mm-hmm. Well, Uncle Jimmy said, is deceived and lied the same thing? And why you keep saying men?
Well, I told Uncle Jimmy going in, though, I said men and women. I don't, when I say men, and
Well,
Uncle
we
Jimmy, I'm speaking on us, though. I can only speak on us. I can't tell you what a woman feels. And I've already said that, listen, men and women are deceivers. All of us do it. So, but I'm speaking on what I know as a man, Unc. I just know that men are, we have dropped that ball, Unc. Now you a man, if you honest with yourself, you're gonna say, listen, Big Frank, right? Men we have fallen short. We have done some stuff that K1 on here. He'll tell you that these guys, if they honest, they'll tell you that. And then how is our young men?
I'll be in that question.
Huh?
He said, "You're right, sir." Uncle Jimmy said, "You're right, sir."
Okay, well, we're not arguing, but I'm trying to be honest. I want us to be honest with one another, though. Listen, I got grandboys that I'm trying to teach to be mannerable up and learn how to be respectable and respect women and be honest with themselves. And if I'm not telling them right, man, we're gonna have another generation of deceivers like some of us old folks, like some of us old folks do. And we don't have to do that. Let's be honest. Try to make it, listen, if you want a good family, a good relation, listen, man, we got to come. You know the movie Family Reunion. Young men, stand up, take your place. Young women, stand up, take your place. Let's be better. Let's try to teach our young folks how to be more in tune with the real world.
Uncle Jimmy said yes. Uncle Jimmy said yes. He agreed.
Well, I don't want Uncle Jimmy to feel like, because listen, Uncle Jimmy, I'm just an opinionated person myself. But I do have grandsons. I have daughters. I have sisters. I have friends, and I want everybody to know that we are failing. We are failing as parents and grandparents, and we are not. We got to do better. That's all.
We definitely got to do better, and I'm so grateful for this conversation. I'm laughing though because I do feel like the whole one, men are intimidated by women. That to me is such a
It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. No, it shouldn't happen.
it's such a cliche term. I'm a woman, you a man. It is nothing in me that should ever intimidate a man. You a man.
Exactly.
You a
Exactly.
man. You a man. It's nothing about me that can ever replace you. I don't care how tall I stand, how professional I am, and how much money I make. I can never, ever, 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 ever replace you.
Come on,
Ever.
girl.
You
Come
know
on,
what I mean?
girl.
So the
No,
whole
no.
intimidating factor in this whole conversation around women trying to be men, I can never be a man. Ever. It can never happen. So I feel so intimidated by you, and the women trying to
Right.
wear the pants in the house now. I just feel like it's this thing going on in our community is black men being intimidated by a woman stepping into her space, into her
Yes.
voice, and into her power as a woman.
That's
And
right.
now in some way that's a threat to you and all your
Right.
power and all your authority. It can never replace you. That's like saying white can replace black or red can replace green. It cannot.
That's right. That's right.
You
That's
cannot do that. And
right.
so to now say, oh, I'm intimidated. I don't know how to stand up or be a man around you. Like it's like, no, like it can't happen. It's just like, it just can't happen. It's not. But when you learn how to just step in your space as a man and get over the fear, right? And get over the
That's
fear
right.
of intimidation that you feel and step into your truth. If it is a one night stand, if it
That's
is
right.
whatever that thing is you want from me, when you step into your authority and say that, whatever it is you want, and be that person, you know,
Mhm.
be that, but don't blame me for your shortcomings or your whatever.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. But then I tell you, now listen,
I'm just
our
saying.
audience, but our audience might not understand. You, my daughter, and I tell you all the time, you are a phenomenal woman, and a lot of women are just like Uncle Jimmy said. A lot of women are uh, bold. They are so bold that they'll walk on a man if he allow it. See, listen, ain't a woman on this earth that I'm intimidated by. Not a one. I'm talking about that's from Miss Obama down to hell, my grandbaby. I'm not intimidated by women. I don't. I feel like I can go. I can hang out with the baddest guys. I can hang out with the movie stars. I can hang out with the athletes. I'm not intimidated by people. So now, so I have to portray that to my sons and grandsons. And don't y'all be intimidated by people. Be bold enough to stand for who you are. Be a man in whatever endeavors you choose to do. But listen, a lot of men use trickery to try to get where they're trying to go, daughter, and that's just a natural fact. That's why I tell you that a lot of men are deceivers. Now, women do it too because they want to. I'm gonna let Uncle Jimmy so he'll understand that women deceive too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
in saying that,
I like the trickery word. Yes, because I think again we start off the conversation about how do we show up, and we also had the podcast. And if you haven't heard the Elevating Life podcast, I think you should go watch that on the YouTube channel about being our authentic self. As kids, a lot of times you were raised to not be your authentic self. Be quiet, sit down, shut up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
all of that. Yeah.
My grandparents be like, sit down, shut up, don't say nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when you be an adult, and if you was raised in a house with people who, especially, like I said,
nowadays, let's say it. Nowadays, y'all let them do what they want to do.
Well, I wasn't going in that direction, but I'm saying we develop a voice. You develop who you are along the way. We develop who we are along the way. It's just not easy just becoming yourself. Being honest takes practice. It's a skill that I think we develop along the way. It's just not easy. It's like dating is a skill that we develop along the way, and
that's right.
And so it's just not an easy thing that's done, but it's doable, and I just think that we got to get there. So Shami says, speak, raise our kids better, Uncle Jimmy said, how you're talking, Uncle Jimmy said, ain't no fear or intimidation or of intimidation. And Shamice gave us some hand claps. And then K1 said, so true. All right. So we're going to go on to the next question. All right.
But let me say this before you ask the next question. See, and listen, I'm not no Bible scholar, but if the Bible says we train up a child in the way he should go, then he won't depart. If your foundation is solid, and that comes from the home, as you just said about your parents and grandparents. Listen, because they discipline you, that don't mean that you're gonna turn out bad, though. That don't say that. What that says is they have rules and you have to follow them. Now, in today's society, those things are null and void most of the time. In most homes, those things are out the window. These things, it's just that's why I say we have to go back and start doing things in a productive way, maybe. But that's another topic. Go ahead with your next question.
That isn't, but I was saying that being reared in certain homes, the home conforms you to their culture, their style. Like me being raised by my grandparents, I couldn't talk, and I'm a talker. You know what I mean? So when I grew up, I was more trying to be a people pleaser. That's how I was raised. Like, hey, how to talk. And I think, if you was raised in a house that was like, go find a husband, find somebody that taught you how to go out and find the type of,
be a productive citizen. Yes.
This is what you're supposed to be looking for. This is who you need to go, and then you go to try to do that stuff and it just don't work for you. What about that? You know what I mean?
No. Well,
that's what I'm trying to say.
I understood that, but I was wanting to make a point when you said because listen, you shape yourself after you get a certain age, like you said. You shape your own. You know, there come a time in life when we have to throw that out the window. And now listen, let's keep our foundation, but let's set our own goals as far as what we want to do in our lifestyle and what we want to become and how we want to raise our children. So that's so come on, let's do that.
So my next question for you is, since we're talking about relationships, so what makes you that represent men, what makes you feel loved and appreciated? So what makes a man feel loved and appreciated? This is just coming from being February. What makes a man truly feel loved and appreciated?
Okay, I am a February child born in that month. I am a Pisces. Listen, respect me as a man. Um, open up, be honest with me. Treat me like I treat you. This is this. Listen, I wouldn't ask a woman to give me no more than I give her. If she respect me, I'm gonna respect her. Now, me and you have talked about this. Listen, I think when a woman, we talked about a woman approaching a man. Most men like that. If a woman approaches them, they feel like they're interested in them. Then so they are more apt to, kind of be more like, okay, I'm going for it because she approached me. So now, do that make it good or bad? It all depends, because if that girl you like her anyway, and then she showed you that she like you too, well, I mean, you in the door.
Yeah. And I think that this is challenging, right? What I just heard you say, let me make sure I just heard you say that a man like to be approached by a woman. Now,
Yes,
women, all my women that's out here, let
yes,
me know if that's challenging for you. Because
it
again,
is.
this is something that we have not been taught.
Right,
This is
all right.
something we haven't been taught. What we have been taught is if a man like you, he's going to what? He's going to approach
I
you.
told you.
He's
All right.
going to let you know. He's
Yeah,
going to,
yeah,
do something, right?
yeah,
Right. But what I'm
yeah.
just hearing you say, which I know this because you've told me this, right? But you told me this, so I don't have a problem with letting men know because this is our conversations.
That's right. That's right.
But what I'm hearing you say is, hey, women, if there's a man out there that you like, you might want to let him know that you like him.
Come on, girl.
Right? Is this
That's
what
it.
I'm hearing you say?
That's what you heard me say. Because if you like, I mean, what's hard about? And I hate to use TV stuff, but how many times you done seen those girls on those TV shows? They go, look, girl, did you see so and so and so? They'll make sure that he get that message that listen, my friend likes you, man. You might need to, give her a buzz or something like. And now he feels he's a little more lenient. Now he don't have to be afraid to approach that star over there, that girl that got that college degree, or see that lawyer or that doctor. He don't have to be afraid because he already knows she like him. So
Yeah.
he'll go in with both feet just banging, man, trying to get in there, letting her know that I like you too.
Yeah. Because what I also hear you saying is that men have just as much fear around approaching them. Because I think in our minds, we feel like men are just masculine things like, oh, I like you, come here. Like, like they don't have any fear around liking a
Yeah.
woman or,
Yeah.
like they just don't come and approach you. Where men
Hmm.
need
Yeah.
to know that, hey, especially around this day and age with all of the
Especially. That's right. That's
especially
right.
with
That's
all
right.
the
That's
little
right. That's
stuff
right. That's right.
around,
That's right.
respecting women and all of that, you know what I mean? Like a man needs to know, like that you're interested in them. So by you, hinting or giving him some type of inkling that I like you, it makes it easier for him to now approach you, right?
Yes. 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 That's
Yeah,
exactly what I'm saying.
yeah, okay. All right.
So
So
so, but listen. So that don't make you less of you like a guy. So why let your girlfriend get him and you like him yourself? I mean, why let your girlfriend have that good? Then he probably a nice guy because if you attracted to him, he probably something about him that attracts you. Whether he dressed nice, he's
Mm-hmm.
well groomed, his
Mm-hmm.
conversation, or the way he interact with people, whatever it might have been that attracted you to him, though.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you let somebody else? I mean, and then it might not, it might be somebody, he could be tied down or he could be with somebody else, whatever it might be, but you shot your shot, you threw your line out there.
Mm-hmm. Well, Kwan said, "Amen." He said, "That's right. Closed mouths don't get fed." Okay.
Come on, man. That
All
right.
right.
That right.
Well, Shanice said caveman style. I think she was saying that about when I said, we feel like men is supposed to, if you want me, come tell me
Yeah.
you want me. But I'm gonna tell you what this one relationship coach said, that we have this idea that a man's supposed to come get us, but women back in the day, they were sophisticated. Like they would drop their handkerchief, or
Yes, yes. They knew how. They would walk by you and bump you. Anything.
or they would do something to lead the man on, to make him
Exactly.
think that
Yes.
he was helping
That's
her,
right.
you know what I mean,
Yeah.
to activate that
Just
conversation.
getting
So
attention. That's it. That's
just,
right. That's right.
just to get his
Right.
attention, and then give him
Yeah.
the kind of doorway
Yeah, to
open.
make him think that he initiated. But that's good, see. And then listen, let me say this too, babe. It's some old brothers out here that think they prettier than y'all. So they think they hell they you if you don't say nothing to them, they ain't gonna say nothing to you. So them little old mama's babies been pampered all their life, but a real man don't mind if a girl approach him like that coach told you, dropping that handkerchief, just bumping into him, or sending her girlfriend over and said, hey, tell him, ask him when he buys a drink, whatever it might be, or however you approach it. But get his attention somehow. You might roll up beside him in the car and just look over and give him that smile.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll follow you down the block. Hey, can I look? Hey, can you take this number? Whatever it might be, though,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
to let him know that you.
is that you have to, the way that the question was, what makes you feel loved and appreciated, and what I'm hearing you say is that you like a woman to show you some attention.
Show me some attention. Show some interest in me also. Yes. And
Mm-hmm.
if she doing that, though, see, man, I'm telling you, most women that approach that guy and show that guy that they care about him, man,
Mm-hmm.
that cat gonna give her, he's gonna love on her, he's gonna cherish her, he's gonna reward her,
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna shower her, and Valentine's Day coming, man, them roses and flowers gonna be there, and she ain't even got a word because it
Mm-hmm.
got her because she showed him that she care about him.
Mm-hmm. But so why is it that you think women don't want to play man attention? Why? What is that thing in women that you've experienced with women that was like, I ain't finna show him no attention. He need to show me attention before I give him some attention. He needs to, put out before I'm gonna give him or put
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
What is that?
because some of y'all are egotistically ego. Some of y'all wanna be chased and run down, and you miss out on that good guy. Like, I tell you all the time, that good guy get left behind every time because that woman sitting over there waiting for him to come and approach her, and he afraid to open his mouth. And
Mm-hmm.
she might be the ideal girl, he might be the ideal guy, so she afraid to. And he just so timid that he ain't gonna say nothing, and then before she knew it, her girlfriend got him and gone.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said, "Let's Toast Media said, because y'all so independent and there's crazy toys out here. Now y'all want to be silent." That's what he said. And then Shami said, "I want to meet that guy that's gonna run up that corner after you." You know.
Yes, yes, they out there, Jamise. They out there, and there's a lot of them that'll do it. But if you showed him that you liked him, I guarantee you,
Mm-hmm.
he'll let you know that he likes you too.
Yeah. But you know what? The reason I bring this up is that I do feel like we have some men who are deprived of attention,
Yes, yes,
like,
very much so. That's
and
right.
here's the thing, and they don't know how to say it. They don't know
Right.
how to say, I like attention too.
I
I
like it.
want to be,
Yeah, yes, yes. What did Dad just say? That's what Dad
I want
said.
to be loved. Like, I want you to touch my body. I want you
Yeah.
to hug
Yeah.
on me.
Pamper me sometime. That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
and it's like, and I don't want to say it's like it's feminine or anything like that, but we all want to be seen. We all want to
That's
be
right.
heard. You know
That's
what I
right.
mean?
That's right. That's
But I
right. That's
think
right, Dad. That's
that
right.
sometimes as females we forget that because we have been deprived. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
And it's like, because we have been deprived and because we feel like, well, I'm waiting on a man and I'm waiting for him to come. I'm waiting on my person or whatever, that both men and women are sitting deactivated, waiting for
Right.
the same thing to happen, waiting for the attention, waiting for somebody to come in and just pay me some attention. And I'm like, listen, the same thing you waiting for, do it. If you waiting
Do
for
it. Do it.
attention,
And that's right. Entice him sometimes. You listen. We were talking one day. You told us about a friend that was, you had a friend of yours that told you she went to visit a guy and he was watching the game. He had took a nice shower, sitting there, and so she decided to just get up and lotion his feet and cut his toe. And his response was, I never had a woman to do that for me.
mm-hmm.
So you mean all these years you ain't never had a woman to show you some affection? Guys like affection too, babe. They want to be pampered sometimes. They want to be showed that, listen, I ain't the only one that want my feet rubbed. I like my feet rubbed too. I like to be rubbing, put some oil on my scalp and,
Rub
you
my
know,
yeah,
rub my head. I don't want to be the only one playing in your hair. Do me sometime. Just
yes,
uh,
yes.
instinctively come over, baby. Let me give you a massage tonight, baby. You look like you're tired today. Do some stuff to impress your guys sometime. Girls are so, y'all get so caught up in y'all cuteness that y'all don't wanna do nothing for the guy. Y'all want the guy to, I'm talking about, he gotta do it all. He gotta entice you, then he gotta strip you, then he just but help him sometime. Help him along the way.
Wait, but hold on. Did you say cuteness? So Let's Talk Media said, I need my feet rubbed, my beard touched. Tell me I smell good when I get some new clothes.
Yes, 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 yes,
No,
yes,
and
yes.
I'm so happy that y'all saying this. And he said, yes, let's go, Big Frank. Talk about it. Let's talk, tell me some stuff. And I'm saying this to the women because we out here thinking that like men are
Yeah, we like that, man. We want that. We want to be pampered.
they
Yes.
do. I mean, if you compliment them, men got love languages too. And a
Yes,
big love
exactly.
language for men
Exactly. Give
is
it, give it, and give it, and it shall be given back. If you show him that, don't you think he gonna come to baby? He gonna bring that fruit tray to bed tonight with the whipped cream and the jello, and you gonna get pampered, man. If you giving it, you gonna get it. Ain't no
yeah.
doubt about it. I'm telling you from experience that if you bring it, you will get it.
Okay, then. Thank you for that. I like that. Thank you. Thank you for offering that question. And Shanice
Yes,
is
ma'am.
laughing, and I'm laughing too. And all the other women, I hope you're taking notes. I hope you
Yeah.
have your handy dandy workbook.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
taking notes. And listen, I know that this is different, and I hope that you're not. This is what I want you to be doing. I want you to be like, I'm going to start really paying attention to the men
Yes,
in my life, right?
that's right, girl. That's right. That's that.
To, really compliment them. And I'm going to start to, say nice things and touch them and, feel on their
Yeah. Show
shoulders.
more attention. Just show more attention to your guy. Yes, yes, yes.
Why? Because I know I like that.
Oh, girl,
Right?
that's it. That's it. That's it. You like that.
I like that. Okay. So, let me go down. I got two more questions. You just so funny, Dad. You so animated. So, two more questions for you, Dad. All right.
Okay.
You
Okay.
ready?
Yes.
All right. So the next question is, Are there any issues that you feel men need help with?
Yes. Well, there's a few, yes, and but see what has happened. We have covered those, but we need to be men are emotionless, so we don't communicate well. So if you can peel up, you have to peel a man back a layer at a time, find out what his pique his interest, find out, um um communicating is big. Or like we just saying that a guy ain't gonna tell you to rub my feet, do my massage my head. He ain't gonna open that up to you. But see, you have to learn what works for your guy. You have to make him know that I'm paying attention, babe. I see you. I see you tense tonight. I see you. Did you have a hard day? Be mindful of his tendencies, and know that he's going through something too. We have days where we had a rough day too, and we need, when we get home, we need to be greeted with okay, I'm home now. I'm in my safe haven. So let us know that y'all notice us too. I think that would be um probably the most interesting thing for a woman to do is to let him know that she's paying him some attention too. Because like I said, men have to be peeled back a layer at a time. We don't. A lot of machoism is bad, because we so into that machoism. We don't want to be. We don't want to be lotion up and powder down or whatever. I'm using that as a example. We don't want to be oiled up and powdered down. We want to be macho and go rusty and ashy. So
hold on. So I want to understand what you're saying. So you're saying that, is there a desire for you to want that, and you don't know how to communicate that it'll take time for you to say that this is what you really want? It'll take time for you to get to that point. That's
the idea. That's exactly how I'm saying it. But because, like I said, we are so stereotyped in believing that a man is supposed to be, that macho person, that person that don't need that. And that's so wrong. We need that just like you need that. You have to, but because we are so boneheaded or thick-headed or strong-minded, strong-willed, we won't communicate that though. Sometimes a woman has to, you have to pick a man's brain sometimes. See what's making him tick. Why he's, what he like. Pick his interest sometimes.
Now, and it's a difference in picking a man's brain or see what he wants sometimes. Now, that's a difference between waiting on a man. Would you say?
Yeah. That's not. Waiting on him is, hell, he's sitting there, ain't doing nothing but playing them games, and you running in there with the tray and feeding him and washing his clothes, and he ain't doing nothing but playing his games all the time. That done got out. It's so many of y'all do that now that y'all just making our poor men just be, we ain't doing nothing because she got me, and that's why our men's skills have depleted. That's why them girls don't get that pampering that we asking for. That's why they don't get it either, because they giving it all to him. They pampering him more than he pampering them.
Yeah.
So
you saying that there are some men out here who getting pampered?
Yeah, only they get pampered for doing nothing or just sitting there playing that video game. And that's why us good men that does things that we wanna, we don't get that, because some of them bums getting it and they don't deserve it.
Help me, Jesus. You didn't call them bums, Dad. There, we don't use words like bums.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, I ain't saying bum, but I'm talking about they get.
But I do want to say this. I do feel like as women, we do need to raise the bar on the
Come on.
quality of
That's all. That's all. That's all.
quality.
Demand more, baby. That
Yeah, require.
demand more of your man. Demand more of your man. Make him be a man. You are the man. Be a man.
Look, Shami said, "Leave your daddy, leave pops alone." Well, we can't call people bums, right? Like, we don't know where they're at in their life. And here's the
Okay.
um and the reason why, and I feel like a lot of that is even from fear, right? I feel like a lot of times we're not raising the bar in these relationships because if I probably require more out of him, is he gonna leave me? Is the next woman gonna be willing to take him, for who he is? Or
That's
but
right. That's right.
what
That's
is
right.
that
That's right.
costing you?
That's
You
all
know
right.
what I mean? What is that costing you? Or, I have male friends, right? I have male
Mm-hmm.
friends who women have said, oh, they'll pay them. Like, hey, you come, all you gotta do is stay at the house. I just need a piece
Oh,
or
please,
whatever.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
Like,
That's right. Yeah.
and my male friends just are like, look, I'm a man. Like, you just can't pay me to come be
Yeah.
your,
Yeah.
kind
That's
of
right.
side.
I don't want to be your boy toy. That's right. That's
So
right.
many
That's right.
dynamics that's happening in relationships nowadays that we just, it's so much to talk about when it comes to relationships that
Right. Right.
we can't unpack. But for the people who are, looking for the men who are looking for help, or for the women who are looking for help, or who on this journey, I just want to know what issue do you feel like men, what do you feel like men need help with in your experience? And I heard you say like the emotional, being more present with their emotions. What you think?
Yeah, but I also think, baby, now I'm gonna say this. There are more women afraid that a guy's gonna be a guy's gonna run off because she stood in her womanhood. Now, I don't know if this answering the question that you just asked me, because you made me think about that. See, them girls that's got those guys that's laying around doing nothing, and they afraid to tell them, you need to get up and, at least have the house clean, or have the dinner cooked when I get home, or, have the bath water and do something though, other than just lay there and play that game all the day. And then she afraid to portray that he's gonna run off. But if he run off, you didn't have nothing in the first place. You let him run off and go find you a real man that'll do those things for you. Now
Mm-hmm.
listen, my girls is my life. My girls, y'all know I just lost one of my babies, and it's just but it's the to teach them to be independent, to make a man be a man, take care of those men. Have to be men. We listen, guys on the line, guys, we are falling short, you guys. We're coming up short. Women are taking over the house. They're running the homes because us guys we're being lazy. We're being lazy. We're being sidetracked. We think that it's big to lay at home and have your woman go out and do everything, grocery shop, wash the car, get the oil change. That's man supposed to do that stuff.
Mm-hmm. But do you think? I don't think all men think that, but I do think that even the men even men, because I know a lot of men who are single dads that's taking care of the homes. I know a lot of single men that are working. It's a lot of qualified men out there
Yes, ma'am. Yeah,
that's working, that
yeah,
that are
yeah.
taking care of their kids, that are doing great things, that are single, right? Um,
Let me
that
let me
I feel like that, but I feel like the dynamic though between that man and the single woman is there's still a dynamic between men and women that is, yeah, I
yeah, yeah.
think that is
Let me
men,
I need to hit that while you on there, babe. I need to say this because I know that I see it. You my baby, and I love you to death, but I find that women try to make excuses for these sorry men sometimes. You can't make an excuse
I'm
for a
not making,
sorry
I'm
man.
not making excuse for the
You threw
problem.
some stuff in there that made me say that, you listen, it's a man job. A man is, okay, wait now. Wait.
All men, there is some men out here who making good money, who taking care of their kids, who independent.
Yes, of course it is.
Yeah,
That, and listen, when I say, baby, wait now, wait, we're not debating. I'm saying, when you say sorry men, that don't mean all men are sorry. When you say sorry, of course there are some good men out here. That's why families are progressing all. But we have some sorry men out here too that women are making sorrier by being. Listen, we raising young men, babe. Society, listen, in 20 years from my little grandson, your baby boy 15 gotta be, if we gotta teach him how to be a man and do manly stuff, and learn him how to, and I know you're doing a wonderful job at it. Open that door for that lady, help that old lady cross this, whatever it is. So we gotta start doing these things more. Our men are not teaching our young men how to be men, though, baby. That's all I'm trying to say. So I don't wanna sound like I'm stereotyping every man, because I'm a man.
You got the whole audience, because Kim said yes. Let him talk, please. And then let's talk. Media says Sheila on the ropes. Let go for it.
Well, so, I'm saying because
I just don't want to get a perspective. I'm with my dad. I do feel like that there are some men out here who's not holding it down, but I do feel like there are some men out here
that yes, of course. We are not talking. We know the ones that are doing it, babe. We're not talking about them, but if you poll, I guarantee you, if you poll the audience, 50%, I'm going to tell you, 70% going to say my man can do better.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. That's all. That's all I'm saying. So,
yes, I would agree that even the men who's doing good, they could be doing better. Yes, Daddy,
yeah.
I agree.
All right. I'm talking about as far as doing the. Listen, y'all are the queens of the castle. If we take care of y'all, if we take care of that woman, there's nothing she won't do for her man. If that man doing his job as a man, that queen is going to give it her all. That's what y'all do. Mm-hmm. But don't give that king nothing that he ain't earning. If he ain't doing his part, please don't give it to him, because he's not earning it. Just make him earn it. Just make him earn his kingdomship.
I agree.
Okay. I just, you get me going, because I see it every day how our brothers is, they just dropping the ball.
I agree that they dropping the ball, Dad. But I'm saying, I was saying, because everybody in the comments is like, yeah, your daddy getting you, Sheila. Your daddy getting you, Sheila. And I agree that our men need to step up. You know that I agree.
I agree. I know you do. That's why I had to say that. Yeah, that's why I had to.
We agree. There are great men out there, but the sorry men need to hear this.
There you go. That's it right there. Need to step up, because
okay.
Yeah, but hey, let me say this too, babe. Listen, I know we all TikTok, and we see some stuff on there sometime where our men are just, we letting our babies run around here. They cursing their parents. We gotta do better as role models and leaders of our families, y'all. We gotta start being more on point as parents and grandparents and sisters and brothers. We got to do better as a people. I'm talking about black folk. We got to get on board and start doing better toward one, loving, and God is love. Love one another. I'm telling you, I want to go right back to that movie. Black men, stand up, take your rightful place, be leaders of your families, and teach your children how to be men and women and respectful, and go out and get a job. That's what men do.
Understand, Daddy, that's what.
Okay, I get excited because I see it too.
and I'm with you with that, and I do, but I still go back and I still would say that a part of that is some of us women are allowing it. Some of us women are saying,
okay.
and that's my so yes, but we can say some of us women are just saying, oh hey, I just need him to do that. I just need him to watch the kids. And then some of us are just so fearful of just standing in our truth and
Yes,
saying,
man. That's
I
right. That's
don't
right.
agree with you.
Yeah.
Either you gonna stand up and be who I need you to be, or you can hit the door. And I feel like
Yeah.
if we become the rising tide, right?
Right.
If he
Yeah.
become the rising tide, then
Right.
his boat will lift. If
All
it's
right.
sinking, he got a hole in it. And you better not
Mm.
jump in there and
That's
fix
right.
the hole
Eh,
and be
all
okay
right. Mm.
with him
Okay.
leaving. But some of
Okay.
us, we are not doing what we need to do to
To
live,
make it. That's right. That's right.
and
That's
we're
right.
feeling the discomfort. And we
Okay.
fall into the narrative that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um and that's why I go back to the whole, oh, she's so intimidating. I can't be a man. I don't
That's
care
right.
how I stand up
Okay.
in
Okay.
my
Okay.
voice
You
or
said
in
that.
my
That's the most
how
important
powerful
thing you
I am
said.
as a woman. I
Yeah.
cannot be a
You
man.
cannot be a man.
You know
That's
what I mean?
right. No
I
woman. No woman. No woman can be.
cannot be a man. And if me being a woman intimidates you, then that's your problem. You know what I mean?
Oh.
That's
Okay.
your problem. That's not
Okay.
my problem. But we have
Uh,
this conversation that's happened amongst our men, Dad, that
yeah.
black women are, they kind of take the pants. And we have this conversation. We just talked about this, and I'm like, no, we're not trying to take the pants, but we're just so scared to stand in all of our women, all of
There you go. There you go. That's right.
that
That's right. That's right.
just allow
Listen.
men to do it.
Listen.
And I
I
think
want you to.
becomes just a back and forth type of thing. So I don't, what how do you think we fix this?
What is? Listen. What? Let's. So next week we want to invite all of our guests to bring their mate with them, and let's try to get a couples interaction on what it's taking, what we got to do to make it better for both, male and female. Bring your girlfriend, bring your boyfriend, bring your husband, bring your wife, and let's try to make it be. Let's see what the problem is in the home. See if you on point with what we are talking about. Because listen, all I'm giving y'all is an opinion. This is my opinion. This is my baby, whom I love to death, and I want to make sure that she on top of her game. And I don't want no Negro thinking he gonna have a pushover, because he ain't gonna get that. He gotta go. He gotta bring it. He gotta bring it to get it. So just just so just so they know. See, and listen. The night was our first night back, and I'm excited. I was
I'm excited.
anxious to get on here, and we need to, let's invite some guests with us next week.
Yeah. So a couple of comments. Let me go through a couple of comments. Kim says, Sheila Little, that's why what you're doing is so important. It helps women. Yes. So if you guys don't know, I have the Sheila Little Elevating Life with Sheila Little group. You guys can go over and join that group. Miss Kim is a part of that. And I also have the relationship challenge. If you're not doing that, make sure you join the relationship challenge at SheilaLittle.com/relationship challenge. Shamice said, won't happen in my house. Hubby doesn't believe in any form of therapy.
So should be. What she said, he want to run that. You ain't gonna let nobody. that, that's what she said.
Kim said, great idea. I would love to hear more from a male's perspective.
That's right.
Yeah. I do feel like, though, bringing my dad on, if bringing my dad into the mix, as most of you guys know, I am a synergy coach, right? PhD candidate, but life happens to me too, right?
That's
and
right. That's
my
right.
dad
That's
a
right.
lot of conversations because life happens to all of us, and
All of us.
sometimes, bringing real life experiences in and all of his expertise just help just my audience, my friends, to see a different perspective, and in his years of experience, and and we can have these candid conversations. So are you ready? I think we kind of talked about the last question. Cousin Stephen said, give Unc the big F in his name next time. Oh, he wrote his own name, cousin. So yeah. Okay, so last question there before we get off. All right. So we talked about what you think men need, right? So the
Uh-huh.
last question for the night is, what do you think? Let me see. Are there any issues that you feel women need help with?
Now you're getting in the danger zone because yeah, there are. But listen, so my thing to you is you done said it 100 times a night. When women stand in your own truth, though, stand up and be a woman. Be you a woman. You have the goods. You have what it takes. I mean, we could be nothing without a good woman. Men need good women. So just be who you are, and don't be afraid though. But don't be afraid to be a woman. Don't be afraid to be independent. Don't be afraid to speak up. Stand up and do what you are supposed to do as a woman. Y'all are great mothers. A mother is the greatest thing on this earth. I mean, y'all love hard. Y'all just be y'all. Just be more mindful of that you are phenomenal, as they say. You are a phenomenal woman, and stand up and be that though. And don't be afraid. Look, if a guy don't want you for being a woman, then he don't want you.
Mhm. But you know, Dad, and I asked this question one for the male perspective because I think he was going to give it. But from a female perspective, when we are standing up as women and we're standing in our truth, can you get a perspective when a man is resisting that and saying, "Oh, you think you talking too
Yeah,
much,
yeah,
or
yeah,
you
yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
think you
yeah.
know everything, you need to comment." What is that about? And why is that? Like, so I'm a woman. I'm standing in my truth. I'm the rising tide. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm,
In my
mm-hmm,
family, I'm
mm-hmm.
trying to. I'm
Yeah,
doing what's right. I'm speaking my truth. I'm telling you, like, hey, you need to do this. This is
that's
what
right. That's right. That's right. Yeah,
seeking
yeah.
therapy. I'm seeking help. I'm trying to make a better life for my family,
Right.
changing the trajectory of experiences for this relationship. So I'm standing my truth, like you said,
Right. Okay.
and I don't have the support of my man.
The reason why I don't see is because listen, as long as who that girl that said her man don't want no outside in. Listen, some men are intimidated by powerful women that stand in their truth. Some men don't want that woman to be that woman. They want to be the woman in the man and the woman in the half a man. Because if you can't share, if you ask, but listen, you my wife, baby. If you me and you can't share ideas and thoughts, okay, you can let your man have the last decision. But don't you think we ought to be able to discuss it as a team or unit? We should be able to communicate with one another. Let's be more mindful that it ain't one opinion when you're in a relationship. It's two opinions.
Mhm.
Yours should matter just as much as mine. Now listen, we don't always agree on everything, baby. It's not gonna always. I know that men are when some men are afraid of. Okay, some men are afraid of a woman having power. For one, they don't want that woman to be able to, then you got a Barack who will stand back and let Michelle go for it, baby. Do it. Run that. Somebody that, let her Sheila, go ahead. You good at that. Go ahead and take that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So sometimes we have to, even though the man don't like it, sometimes you still gotta be a woman though, baby. It's just like a woman ain't gonna always like what that man said, but he still gotta be that man.
Yeah. So, and I never promote, and I'm not promoting this at all, at all. But you know, it's like, to me, a team, right? You know
I
who the
tell
players
you, I tell you,
are,
that's right, that's
you
right,
know
that's
who
right.
the forward is, you know what roles you play.
That's right.
I always
That's
attested to, I was built to be 12 foot tall. You know what I mean? And you were built to be 12 foot tall, and my 12 feet may look different than your 12 feet, right?
That's right. That's right.
As I'm
But
striving to get to my 12 feet, and and it's looking different. It's looking different. And that's scary for me, one, right? But I'm gonna need your support in this. And
in that,
it's looking different. And it's probably powerful, or it's probably gonna take me places, different places. It's probably gonna make me more money. It's probably gonna give me a different voice. It's probably gonna draw some attention to me, you
that's
know
right.
that in relationships we talk about I need somebody to be there for me when times is low and I ain't got nothing. But you know what? Sometimes you need people that's gonna be there for you when you 12 foot tall.
Come on, girl. Come on, girl. That's all I'm saying, baby. That's why you that phenomenal woman. And I hate to seem like you are the only people but you are a phenomenal woman in that you will stand in your truth and you will tell your guy friend to be, listen, you need to step up and be the man tonight. You
Yeah,
need
you
to
need
tell the
to,
boys, you need to do whatever it is though. We gotta do that.
right, but hold on, because I think that we sometimes, because we come from whatever kind of environments, we want somebody to be there for us at our lowest point, but
Right.
not realizing it's sometimes difficult for people to be there for us at our highest points
At
when
our
we're,
eyes, that's right. Because they're intimidated. They don't want it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it can be intimidating. Like when I'm growing at a rate, if as a woman, as a man, what I hear you saying, Dad, is that this woman, she's standing in her truth. She's talking to me. She's saying some stuff. I know what she's saying is right. Like, I need to get up. I need to be doing better around the house. I need to take on more responsibilities. I know that in my mind that I'm
But
not
yeah,
carrying the load. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And she's reminding me of that, but I'm offended. Like, how dare she say that to me? How dare she's
yeah,
reminding
yeah.
me of what I know I should be doing?
That's
I'm
good. That's
I'm supposed to be doing that, right? And she's in a position, or she's working on herself, and now she think that she could tell me what to do because she in a better position, or she's doing this, or she got the money, or whatever. Now he got this story in his mind that
that's right. That's right.
because
That's
she's
right.
doing better with her life, or because she's wants better for the family, and she's pointing out some things about me that I know is
That's
true.
true.
I
That's
know
true. That's right. That's
I'm
right.
doing
That's right.
better for me. You know what I mean? How dare she point that out to me? And now he's responding back to her out
Right.
of anger, or out of like attacking her for
Mm-hmm.
only telling the
That's
truth
right.
versus
Yeah. That's right.
saying,
Yeah.
oh, okay, she's on her growth. Basically, she's seeing my lack and she's trying to now catch me up to her. And the next though could be me in my growth, right?
All right. All
And I
right.
could be, then I could go up, and then now I can be the person that catches her up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And we could
But
just keep being
yeah.
like
Yeah.
each other's pull and go. But instead of
Well,
him
babe.
seeing it like that, he sees it as this threat. Like, so
Yeah.
now he
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah. Yeah.
sound
Yeah.
big to
Yeah.
her, right?
But
Versus
but
just
but can't you be helping me? You could take me up that ladder with you, baby. That's why I say
yeah.
only weak men
I
think
think
like that.
that's
Yeah.
essentially
Yeah.
what she's trying to do.
Yeah, but that's a weakling that would allow himself to be intimidated because she's trying to build power for the family, and he's intimidated because his manhood is being challenged. Come on now, that's not a real men don't have a problem when the woman is doing what's good for this family or doing what's good for her career or and not hindering our family in the process, baby. You can't get it no better than that to me.
Well, I
Now
think
we do have, and like I tell you all the time, we have men that are intimidated by powerful women.
right, but you just said a word, real men, REAL. That's
There it
the
is.
difference between a real
That's
man,
it.
R
That's it.
E L man, and
Yeah,
a
yeah.
real man, a
That's
REEL
it.
man
That's
is
it.
a man that lives from a story in his head about his
Mm-hmm.
idea of who
And
he
the
wants,
story in his head. That's right. That's right.
and his idea of the story that he wants to be. It never really fully like becomes that, and it's constantly working on that. And I just want to encourage our men. Guess what? I think I know as women we love our man and we want y'all to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
better. We want
yeah.
y'all to do
That's
better,
right. That's right.
and if we're encouraging you at some point, it's just really because we want you to do better.
Encourage.
We
We
want you to
want you
be
to do better. That's right. That's right.
really,
Thank you.
I
Thank you,
mean,
Steve. Hey, hey,
really, you
you
know,
know, if these guys,
point.
you can, but you can talk to your lady friends, your female audience, and tell them, listen. y'all have a voice, y'all have power, y'all have something to bring it to the table. Let our men know that, listen, we're a team, we're a unit, we're together. Whatever I'm doing is to help my family. It ain't, I'm not degrading you. If anything, I'm uplifting you and encouraging you. I'm never degrading you though. And like you asked me when my woman encourage and uplift me, I'm there. That's what I want.
So I'm gonna encourage my female women to stand up and be the change you want to see in the world. And I don't always feel like you have to leave your relationship to do that, but I definitely feel like that we should stop people from allowing us to grow and become that person we need to be, because that is causing so much dis-ease in our families, so much dis-ease in ourselves, so much
That's right.
Dis-ease. And if that is something that you're going through, then I recommend that you join my Elevate in Life group at Elevate in Life with Sheila Little.
Idea, yes, that is so good. So they would enjoy that.
Yeah,
they would truly enjoy that. So
yeah. I also again recommend you join that relationship challenge at Sheila Little .com/relationship challenge, and y'all make sure y'all join that YouTube channel, because this is season 2. I went on all platforms, but this show is only going to be in that Elevate in Life group and on our YouTube channel and through our email list, right? Eventually.
that's right.
All right. So, any ending things that you want to say to the audience before we go off tonight, Dan?
Yes, I just, I'm just so encouraged to know that, listen, we're in a new season. We want to be helpful in any way, shape, or form. We want ideas. We want feedback. Send in some questions. Ask them, if it's something you don't understand, maybe y'all could help me even. If they could help me, see, I'm not past learning. So, but I think, most of all, I thank you for allowing my voice to be heard. And if I could just help anybody along the way, encourage somebody to and then like I say, bring somebody next time. Let's bring a friend, ask a friend, bring a partner, bring a buddy.
So wait, I gotta put this on. So Let's Toast Meaty, who I think is Dale, said, wait, so your women so powerful or strong they lose touch and not giving attention to their man? I mean, I'm both. We are women who's powerful and strong. Listen, let me say this, Daddy, and tell me if you agree with this. I feel like this thing with relationships is like stealing from Peter to pay Paul.
Okay, that's good. It's good to make sense.
It's like at this point, neither of us have it to give. Let's just be clear. So many of us are deprived in so many areas because we have so many men who haven't been groomed appropriately of what it is.
That's it. That's all.
What does men look like? Like, I mean, literally, if you think about it, men were raised to what? To not fall for a woman, to go out and have as many women as possible, get as much food as possible, to, have like the way men were groomed.
That's right. Yeah. Well, let's tell it like it is. Tell it like it is. My mama say the man go in the house, the dog go under the house. So he could be a dog if he want to be, but you're a man. You're a man. Lead your family. Stand up. Teach your young men.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, so for years, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. That's what it's been. That's how we were taught. Yeah.
Yeah. And so now, and then we have women, right, who for years have been groomed about what it is to be a woman, what it is like, go get married, go, raise your kids, be in the house. So now we have this breaking down of what is it to be a woman? What is it to be a Black woman? What is it to be a Black man? What is it to be a family? That family dynamic shifting. So we got so many generations.
So many things, distractions. Those are distractions. That's what those
So
are.
many things
Distract.
are breaking. We're breaking so many cycles, and now we have this thing called relationships, and it's
Mm-hmm.
different than, I mean, I always say relationships define relationships, not titles, because I deal with a lot of people who are married
Mm-hmm.
that are not in relationship. They're not in
That's right. All right. All right. All right.
I deal with a lot of family members that are mothers and daughters, but they don't have a relationship. Siblings, but
Exactly.
they don't have a relationship. Friends, but they
Right.
don't have a
That's
relationship.
right.
You
All
know,
right.
is
All
why
right.
I did the relationship challenge, right? Because I really wanted to start to get individuals to
Pay
identify
attention. Be
what
mindful. That's right. That's right. All
what
right.
do I want from a relationship, and so, when you made the thing of the comment, Toast Media about, yeah, women, I am saying men need to be touched. And yeah, as women, we need to be affectionate with our men. But at the same time, yeah, men, we need to stand up. Yeah, men do need to start to show up more and
Show
be
up.
more
Show up as
available,
men. Yeah,
emotionally
that's right. You
available
be
for
more.
women.
All right.
Right?
All right. Yeah. 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 You want to get these things, you're
It's
going to
so
have to
many
do those
dynamics.
things, though. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But we
Yeah.
need to start one just. And here's the thing. I think the biggest thing is that we need to start becoming a change that we want to see in the world, and really
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
stop
Yeah.
sitting cut and waiting for people to
Mm-hmm.
be
Yeah.
before we start to activate, right? So so many
That's
of us
right.
are
That's right.
waiting,
That's right.
like, I want you got to do it before I do it. Like, no, start being the change you want to see in the world. Start being in relationships. And guess what? If the person that you're dating is just not that person, okay.
Okay. Okay. Simple as that. All right.
Yeah. So Kwan said love wins and communication is important and comprehension is the key. Um, Let's Toast Media says salute to you both. My prayers go to you guys about your loss. Great show, Mr. Frank.
Thank you,
Um,
man. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
yeah.
Appreciate that.
So before we go off, I do want to dedicate this show to my sister Benita. To if you guys don't know, I went
Amen.
to
Amen. Yeah.
dad lost his daughter January 2nd. Benita Smith, she passed away from ALS, and so we buried her.
Be aware. Be mindful of that thing for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So when we talk about relationships, they are important because you could be here one day and go on the next, right? And we
That's
know
right.
that.
That's
You know. And
that's
here's the thing: so my dad has 4 kids, 2 daughters, and my sister was very much. My dad really loved his daughters, right? And so sharing my dad with you guys is so important. But when he talk about this relationships, this is something that's very important to him for us and how men treat us and how
that's
we're in
right.
a
That's
relationship.
right.
The
That's
way
right.
that our relationship developed, that just me and my sister had a relationship, or that his kids had a relationship, was very important to him. All right. And we'll talk
Yes.
more about that this season too. And if you guys want to know about me and my dad's relationship, go to the YouTube channel and watch, what was that, season 2, second show. All right. All right. So I think that's the show, right?
Yes. Great show, babe. Great show. Great job. I mean, thank you once again for allowing me. Thanks to the audience, especially ones for the condolences and the comments on that. We appreciate all of that. I mean, we lost a dear friend, mother, sister, brother. I mean, sister, a daughter. Just a true soldier on the battlefield, and we're gonna miss her, but she'll never be forgotten. And we love you, big girl, and we are always got you. We got you.
Mm-hmm. We'll see
All
you
right,
guys.
babe. All right.
Okay. Love
Love
you
you,
all.
girl.